I knew a guy that had to do that. He was missing so many teeth, he had to eat a hot dog with his knife and fork.
We all know Jeremy.
No, this is a different guy. There's an older black guy. Oh, do you know who the Booty Warrior is?
Is he an MMA fighter?
Maybe. No. So the Booty Warrior was made famous by Boondocks. He's that guy that's like, I want you, Chris Hansen. I want your ass, and I'm gonna have it. Like it. That episode stemmed from a prison interview from this notorious prisoner known as the Booty Warrior. He has a real name. He's out and he does podcasts and such now.
Somebody's going to have to give us some booty. And it's just that simple.
The most memorable story that Fleece told us was about the place and importance that booty has in a maximum security penitentiary. And he went on about it and on about it.
In his prison, booty was more important than food. Booty, a man's butt. It was more important. I'm serious. It was more booty, having some booty was more important than drinking water, man. I like booty.
Johnson went on to tell our crew how he used to satisfy his sexual desires, especially during the 1970s and 80s, when he was most active and prison security was more lax.
When I see one, and he looks good to me, when I go see him, I say, you come here. I say, I'm telling you what, I like you, and I want you. And we can do it the easy way or the hard way. So the choice is yours, right? And it was always yes.
Johnson also had a warning for the new generation of inmates. They might be asking for trouble from old-timers.
You know, they got this.
And his story is so crazy. He would groom and men, and that was like his favorite thing to do. And he tells these stories about just like, booty's everything in jail. It's everything. You might go a year or two without busting a nut. So when you get that booty, and I noticed this guy ain't got no goddamn teeth, like none. And I was like, what the fuck, man? Where all his teeth go? And apparently he had 35 incidents of biting people. And he didn't just bite him a little. The first guy bit the guy's ear off and they sewed it back on. And so he saw that.
I bet it didn't look good.
He's like, they sewed his ear back on. I ain't gonna have that. So after that, he started swallowing the pieces he'd bite off. He bit off this one guy's eyebrows, both of them, and ate them.
Both of them? So that guy was on the ground for a while.
He ate.
At one point, that guy had one of his eyebrows bitten off, and he thought this day couldn't get any worse.
He would bite people's lips off and eat their lips, and then he's like, then you'd see him walking around, ain't got no fucking lips. Like, that's right, you fuck with me, I'll eat your lips.
Damn, a lot of people messed with him.
Damn, maybe we should like just
and so the warden tells him. So the warden comes down. He said, this lady came down and she said, that's it. I've had enough of you. You bite one more person, we're gonna take your fucking teeth. And he said, bullshit, you can't do that. I got rights. I'm a human being. You can't take my teeth. So I bit another ninja. Sure enough, they come and they got me.
Sure enough, she called my bluff.
Dude, they put him to sleep. And when he woke up, they had pulled every one of his goddamn teeth out of his fucking head and sewn his gums shut. And he didn't have any teeth. So then years later, he finally gets out of prison, right? And he's like, so I went to the dentist.
They let him out?
Eventually, he got free, like decades later. He's an old man now. And he's like, I went to the dentist to get dentures. And they said they'd be $1,500. And she said, wait a minute. Hang on. There's something here about you. Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. We can't give you teeth.
How can this be real?
There's a note. He's like, there's a note here that says you're not allowed to have teeth.
And I agree with that. That guy has lost his teeth privilege. You can't be biting everybody's eyebrows and lips off. Sorry.
You give them cosmetic teeth, right? Like teeth
Like
that
out of
wouldn't
sugar
hold
glass?
up to a good biting, right? Like that would come loose if you bit, tore.
Maybe like he could. Nah, I was gonna say give him like one molar on each on each side, something to grind. But no, you bite enough lips and eyebrows off, you forfeited your right to teeth. That's why they fucking got Washington, the founder of our great nation. He was biting all the Brits.
Look,
took his teeth out.
He's got a YouTube channel and shit now. If you wanted to see what he looks like to get a vibe for this dude, that's the Booty Warrior today, because he's out now. Like I said, his videos are hilarious when he talks about the awful things that he did in prison and the awful things he saw in prison. It's scary. He talked to me like he's like, yeah, they treated black folks bad, and I guess they was used to us just bowing down. But I'm that ninja. I was coming for him.
So he thinks the guards treated him bad.
Oh yeah. Well, he fought the guards. Like he was constantly in
That's true.
fight.
Those mean guards were treating him like the kind of guy who'd bite body parts off and swallow them.
Yes. Yeah. They were treating him exactly the way he needed to be treated. He was eating people.
Yeah, he was eating people. He's a cannibal.
Yeah. I can just imagine someone hearing that for the first time, like a social worker that's in the prison being like, forgive me, he's eating people. And then some guy playing checkers to go, yeah, he's eating people.
Yeah.
He ain't got no goddamn lips.
Look at me. You can't even tell I'm surprised because of my eyebrow. If I had eyebrows, you'd know how exasperated I am by your inability to understand what a threat this toothy man is.
But that, like, just to be clear, like, that he made that decision to start swallowing the things he bit off of people after an ear was sewn back on, and he didn't like that resolution. He was like, I took his ear, and they gave it back. I wasn't gonna have that happen again. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong?
What was he in for initially? Like murder or something?
I don't even know. All I care about is the booty stuff. That's the comedy. You know, like he's all about the booty and getting the booty and how important the booty is.
Well, hopefully the guys he was biting were like murderers and pedophiles. Just some guy who like fucked his taxes up.
Probably not that guy. If you've never seen the Boondocks Saint, or not Boondocks Saints, the Boondocks episode where they do the Chris Hansen parody, and basically the idea is like the Booty Warrior has been caught by Chris Hansen, but the Booty Warrior knew it was set up. He's like, I knew it was a setup, Chris Hansen. I'm here for you. I want that booty. And Chris is like, well, that's neither here nor there. We're not gonna do entertain anything of the sort. He's like, I'm gonna have that booty one way or another, Chris Hansen. And it gets real dark. I think he rapes Chris Hansen. Pretty sure he physically rapes him in that episode.
What's he doing nowadays?
Chris Hansen, he's doing his look. Probably my guess would be that so he had that little part of his career where that was post Dateline and more in the digital age, and he was doing his own digital Dateline NBC Investigates Chris Hansen show. But then like people like Vitaly and people in our little sphere saw that was the marketplace, and I think a lot of people do the pedo hunter thing now. And while I don't know if the Chris Hansen has the nostalgia anymore when you watch Vitaly catch someone, or when you watch some of the like Rascal McGovern's catch someone, they often assault them. They often rough them up a little, or at least chase them and scream at them and put a fear into them. And
elevating the game, right?
Yeah, and to a level that you could get into. Maybe it's illegal, maybe it's not, but you might have to prove that it is, which is a position you never want to be in. Whereas Chris Hansen is more of a professional journalist, or at least that's what he does, professional journalism type stuff. So it's not as entertaining to me.
It's. I watch like video game reviews. Now, I used to do video game reviews 15 years ago, and I'd just choose like an 8-minute stretch that I played a little better than average and talk. That's not how they do it now. Nowadays, they're like in the game, in costume against a green screen, like making themselves a part of the game. And they do it so much better than we ever did. They raised the bar. Happened to Chris Hansen. Happened to us.